great. Sorry about that. Oh, live TV. So great. Come, we're going to work into a thing called the ladder. Is where we build a sequence, one pose at a time. So great. Come. I hope the sound is okay. Great. So just starting with your hands on your hips and roll. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Bring your feet closer together. Just roll out through your shoulders. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Actually, bring your feet slightly apart and then begin to roll down along your spine. And as you roll down, bending your knees, allow a softness through the back of your body till your belly is all the way down to your thighs. And then rounding slowly up. When you're all the way up, reach your arms wide, bring your palms together, squeeze through your bum. And then dropping your arms down. When your hands are near your hips, round your back and lower all the way down to bring your belly to your thighs. Nice. Slowly rounding up. Reach your arms wide, palms come together, reaching up, looking up. Squeeze through your bum. And then lowering down, rounding your back. Hands come to the floor. And you're rounding deeply forward. One more time. Rolling up. Reach your arms wide, squeeze through your bum as you reach up and look up. And then slowly lowering down, all the way down until your hands are resting on the floor and you're in a forward bend. Bring your hands to the floor and then just rock from side to side. So you're bringing a little bit more weight into the right foot, a little bit more weight into the left foot. Right foot, left foot. You can bend one knee, straighten one leg, bend one knee, straighten one leg. Bring your feet slightly further apart so that your feet are maybe as wide as your mat. And then bend one knee and then bend the other knee. So you're traveling from side to side, bending one knee. Really see what is the deepest bend on that side that you can create. And it's your foot, your knee, your buttock, your lower back that'll tell you all together. Nice. Step your feet even wider. So now your feet are maybe 3 foot apart, 4 foot apart. Bend one knee and then bend the other knee. So now you're meeting the inner thigh as well as you really lengthen into the opposite leg. As you straighten a leg, feel into the baby toe side of your foot, keeping it glued to the floor, rocking from one side to the other side. Really hearing that, feeling that, noticing that. Nice. Slowly walk your feet closer together and rolling slowly up. Reach your arms wide, bring your palms together, squeeze through your bum as you reach up and look up. Lower your arms all the way down until they rest beside you. So come to the front of your mat. Reach your arms wide, palms come together. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lengthen your spine and look forward. Hands to the floor, stretch your right leg long and step it back into a lunge. Step back into a plank. Knees to the floor, lower all the way down. Bring your fingers wider than your mat. Tuck your chin in, rolling slowly up. Rolling down, hands to the floor, push back into your cat, all the way back into your downward dog. And just creating length through your legs, length through your arms. Nice. From here, we're going to come into a thing called the mountain climber. So your right foot's going to land to the outside of your right hand and just drop into your deeper lunge. So you're really dropping your hips down. Nice. Step back into a plank and then sit your bum back into crouching. So your bum is moving back towards your heels. And then bring the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand. Sink into it. Step back into your plank. Sit your bum back into crouching. Sitting your bum back as deeply as you can. Knees are low to the floor. Bum is traveling back towards your heels. Right foot forward, outside of your right hand. Stepping back, plank pose. Sit your bum back towards your heels. And one more time. Left foot forward, outside left hand. And then stepping back. Great. Drop your knees to the floor. Bring your elbows to the floor. Make fists out of your hands. Roll into your wrists. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Open your fingers, close them. Open your fingers, close them. Nice. Hands to the floor. Push back into your downward dog. Stretch your right foot up towards the ceiling and then swing your right foot forward between your hands. Turn your left foot at a 45-degree angle, rising up, looking up. Open through your chest, bend your front knee deeply. Nice. Lowering all the way down, hands to the floor, step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide, squeeze through your bum, looking up. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lengthen your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor, stretch the left foot back and step it back into a lunge. Step back into your plank. Knees to the floor, belly to the floor. Fingers are wide, slowly rolling up. Tuck your chin in as you rise. Squeeze through your bum. Lowering all the way down, push back into your cat and all the way back into your downward dog. From here, step the left foot forward into mountain climber on the left. Step back into your plank. Sit your bum back into crouching. Step the right foot forward outside of your right hand. Step back into plank, all the way back into crouching. Left foot forward, outside of left hand. All the way back into plank pose. And last time, right foot forward, outside of right hand. All the way back. And drop your knees to the floor. Sit your bum back towards your heels. And just feeling length and just wiggle your fingers when you're there. Grab the floor with your fingers. So push your fingertips into the floor like they're standing up on their tips. Nice. Hands to the floor. Rock forward. Push back into your downward dog. Stretch your left foot up towards the ceiling. Step your left foot forward. Step forward. Oh, no, don't. Ha, ha, ha. Sorry. Turn your right foot at a 45-degree angle, rising up, reaching up. Bend your front knee deeply as you look up. Nice. Lower your hands down and step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide, palms come together. Bend your elbows and bring your hands in front of your chest. Nice. Reach your arms wide, palms come together. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lengthen your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor, step your right foot long behind you. And then step back into your plank. Drop your knees to the floor and just come into a cat pose there. So rounding your back deeply, arching your back, rounding your back deeply, and arching your back. So we're going to travel in the rounding and arching. So step your hands one handprint forward from where they are. So if my hands were there, one place, then I just bring my palm exactly forward so the heel of the hand is where the fingertips were. Round your back deeply, look towards your navel, and then roll your bum backwards or draw your bum backwards, and then rock forward into your hands. So you're staying rounded the whole time through the spine. Often I feel like a bit like a bottle brush when I do this. It's like I'm scrubbing something behind me with the full of my spine. Squeezing through your bum. Keep a sense of tone. Is it hard to squeeze through your bum as you draw your bum backwards? Or is it easier to squeeze through your bum as you come forwards? Notice in you, where does it become hard to keep your bum squeezed? What an interesting question. Nice. Come into your cat pose. Lift your knees off the floor into a plank position. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So this is one, okay? Step back into your plank. Push back into your downward dog. Nice. Come into crouching. And then step your left foot forward outside of your left hand. So this is 1 on the left. Nice. Step back into plank, push back into downward dog, come into crouching. Now step forward with the right foot outside of your right hand. 1, drop your left knee to the floor, stretch out through your front leg. So this is number 2 on the right. So we're doing a ladder, this thing where you climb through a series of poses. And so this is number 2 on the right, which is lengthening out through the leg. Drop your head down. Nice. Rock forward. Come into your lunge position. Step back into your plank. Push back into your downward dog. Crouching. Step forward with the left foot outside of your left hand. 1. Drop your knee to the floor. Lengthen out through the front leg. So your left leg is now lengthening. Drop your head down towards the floor. This is 2 on the left. Nice. Rock forward. Lunge. Step back into your plank. Push back into your downward dog. Great. On the right, step your right foot to the outside. 1, drop your knee to the floor. Stretch out through your front leg. 2, rock forward. Draw your right elbow back like bow and arrow. So your thumb is to the front of your shoulder, and then extend your right hand up towards the ceiling. Bend your front knee more. Now either stay there with your back knee on the floor or lengthen your back leg. So this is 3 on the right. Breathing into it, widen, open through your chest, lean into that left hip, open wider, lengthen. Embody the whole of you. Be fierce, be awesome. Nice. Drop your elbow, hand to the floor, step back into your plank, bring your bum back into downward dog. Left side, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. 1, drop your knee down, stretch out through the front leg. 2, rock your weight forward, draw your left elbow back so your thumb is to the front of your shoulder, and then extend your left hand up towards the ceiling. Bend your front knee a little bit more. Stay here, or draw the right knee off the floor and deepen into your twist. Nice. Drop your knee to the floor, drop your hand down, and then step back into your plank, all the way back into downward dog. We'll do 1 more each side. So, right foot forward to the outside of your right hand. 1, drop your knee down, stretch out through your front leg. 2, bend your front knee, pull your right elbow back, extend it up towards the ceiling. Either keep your knee on the floor or straighten your back leg. 3, and now reach your right hand as far forward as you can and let your baby finger come to the floor. Drop your head down. Draw the left heel back as you reach more and more into your fingertips. Nice. Hands to the floor. Step back into your plank. Sit bum back into your downward dog. Last one. Bend your knees into crouching. Step your left foot forward outside of your left hand. Drop your knee to the floor. Straighten out through your front leg. Left side 2. Rock forward. Draw your left elbow back, twisting. Maybe keep your knee on the floor. Maybe lengthen it up. 3 on the left. Nice. And then roll forward. Bring the baby finger side of your hand to the floor and stretch from your right heel into the left fingertips. You're imagining that your head is going to try and come to the floor. So my right elbow is bending as I really try and bring my forehead down to the floor. Nice. Hands back. Step back. Super cool. Drop your knees to the floor. Bring your elbows down. Just wiggle out through your wrists. Nice. Come into your cat pose. So bring your right knee. So it's your knee. knee that's coming forward. So bring your right knee between your two hands and sit your bum on the right so that you're sitting into zigzag. So zigzag, we've done it before in this sequence. But if you're new to this, then right knee is bent and left knee is bent. And I have enough space that my knees aren't resting on my feet. Each leg has its own space. And then turn all the way and bring your hands either side of the right knee again and just bring your nose down to the right knee. Nice. And come up to sit. Let your knees rise so your feet come to stand. And then drop your knees down towards the left. This one's for you, Hillary. And bring your bum to the floor. Your feet are flat. Drop both knees down. Bring your hands either side of the right knee. Drop your nose down to your knee. And then rising up. So you're going to turn a little bit more around the corner. So bring your right hand as far around the right corner as you can. And then reach your left hand also down and bring your nose down to the floor off the mat on the right. Straighten through your arms. And again, drop your nose down. Let it tap the floor. Straighten through your arms. One more time, drop your nose down. Let it tap the floor. Pausing there. Breathing into your belly. Nice. Straighten through your arms. Bring both hands onto the front of your mat. Come into your cat pose. Nice. Bring the left knee forward between your two hands. Sit your bum down onto the left and have your legs in zigzag. So each leg has its own space. From here, bring your hands either side of that left knee. Bring your nose to your knee. Rising up. And then lift your knees so you're standing on your feet. Drop your knees down towards the right. Lift your knees so you're sitting on your bum. And drop your knees down to the left. Hands either side of that left knee. Bring your nose to your knee. Coming all the way up. Swing the left hand more around the corner and bring your right hand also down. And now bending your elbows, drop your nose down to the floor, let it tap. And then straighten through your arm. Be careful of that left arm if you have anything going on. Bring it a little bit closer if you want. Drop your nose down, let it touch. Straighten through your arms. Nice, one more time. Drop your nose down, let it touch, hover there. Really listening to your body as always. It's about what you feel is wellness for you. The shapes, the gestures, the directions that suit your body. So edit accordingly. We should all look really different, which is really amazing. Straighten through your arms, rising up. Bring your hands either side of that left knee. Come back onto your hands and knees. Cool. Push back into your downward dog. And we're going to do that again. Draw your right knee forward between your two hands. Sit your bum down. Zigzag. Lift your knees, feet to the floor. Drop your knees down towards the left. Lift your knees up. Drop your knees down towards the right. Hands to the floor. Step back, downward dog. Bring the left knee forward to the floor. Sit your left bum down. Come into zigzag on the left. Bring your feet to stand. Knees rise. Drop your knees down towards the right. Knees rise, bum to the floor. Knees down towards the left. Push back into your downward dog. Super cool. Bring your knees to the floor and then swing your feet forward in front of you. And then bring your feet into far. So far is where the soles of your feet are shining towards each other, and there's a good 2 feet or more between the heels of your feet and your pubic bone. Nice. Then just sit up tall. Nice. And then just turn and look over your right shoulder and bring your right hand behind you and your left hand to your knee and push yourself a little bit around the corner, like you're trying to look behind you. Nice. And then turn to the other side. So bring your left hand behind you and push a little bit into the left knee as you turn and look around the corner. And coming back. Bring the right foot to stand. So bring your feet slightly apart and then lift your right foot, or turn your right foot so it stands and lift your right bum off the floor. Bring your left hand to the floor and reach your right hand forward. It's like I'm reaching for the last sandwich at the picnic. Nice. Just feel that through the left leg perhaps. Come back up. Drop your right knee down. Bring your left foot to stand. Right hand to the floor and reach forward with the left hand as far forward as you can. And come back up. Nice. Bring your feet to close. So the soles of your feet are together. Your heels are closer to your pubic bone. Turn and look over your right shoulder, creating length. So the twist isn't as important as the length of your spine. So where is the length? How do you maintain length? And I always check, can I wiggle where I am? If I go too far, I get locked. And I don't want to lock my spine. Why would I do that? And so I'm still in a place where I can still wiggle my spine. I still have a sense of control of my spine. And I'm gracefully rising through the spine. Nice. And then twist towards the other side. Again, length upwards is more important than distance backwards. So can you still wiggle your spine down into the pelvis? Find that distance and then hold that. Don't lock the spine. Nice. And then come back. Bring your feet slightly further apart. Bring the right foot to stand. Reach the right hand forward. And come back. Bring the left foot to stand. Reach the left hand forward. And come back. Nice. Last one. Bring your feet so they're standing. Turn, look over your right shoulder. For me, my left knee naturally drops a little bit. I'm on the baby toe side of the left foot. And my right knee has dropped a little bit too. And I'm pulling on my right knee. And then come back to center. Turn and look over your left shoulder. So again, my right buttock is lifted. My right knee has fallen a little bit forward. And I'm resting deeply on the left buttock and holding on to the left knee. And come back to center. Great. From here, bring your left hand to the floor. Try and reach forward. This one's you get very stuck in this one. So just try and reach forward. You feel your hip on the right will stop you. Your knee on the right will stop you. And then come back. Bring your right hand behind you. Reach the left hand forward. Again, it's kind of a stuck pose. And coming back. Nice. Stretch both legs long. And then roll into your belly. Circling. Circling. And then circling the other direction. Nice. Come to lie on your mat. So rolling slowly back, landing on the floor. Feet are flat on the floor and just roll up along your spine. So as you rise up along your spine, squeeze your bum as you lift upwards. And then slowly rolling down all the way to the floor. And again, rolling slowly up, rising up along the spine. And then slowly rolling down until you land on the floor. Right, one more time. Rolling up, pausing on the up, hips are lifted. And then just sway a little bit from left to right. Swaying one way, swaying the other way. And just feeling that through the hips, through the belly. Nice. Lower your bum to the floor. And either bringing the soles of your feet together, keeping your feet flat on the floor, or stretching out through your legs. See what's right for you. And then just resting there. So hands rest on your belly. Your arms are what feels right. So either palms towards the ceiling, hands on your belly. Your chin is tucking in, your shoulders are wide, and just create length. So it's very nice to imagine directions. So imagine that the back of your head, back of your neck is lengthening, excuse me, and your chin is tucking in. And so there's length through the back of your head and neck. And that's allowing your shoulders to widen a little bit more. And then imagine that your right shoulder and your left hip are growing away from each other a little bit. So they're widening. And then the left shoulder, right hip is growing away from each other and widening. And have a sense that the spine is melting backwards. So the rib cage is kind of broadening at the back and allowing your spine to fall down between it. The deep of your belly softening as you expand into the back of the pelvis. So a small smile on your face. Wiggle your eyebrows just a little bit. Wiggle your toes just a little bit. Really be in your body. Nice. So then reaching out through your arms, lengthen them long and Stretch like you just woken up, which maybe you have. Either bending one knee and then the other, or drawing both knees up towards you. Either rocking over onto your side or doing whatever it is you can or do. And then, great, how wonderful. Day 27. Amazing. Tomorrow's the last day. How wonderful. There will be more of lovely, amazing things coming. So just keep an eye on the YouTube channel, subscribe, and you'll get more information, or email me and I'll stick you on the mailing list. Cool, guys. Bye.